Mia, what's going on? What do you mean your mom's business has gone bankrupt?
Yeah, it's all happened so suddenly, though. Is there anything you can do to help? What about the money you put aside to help save towards the house?
Huh? All that money? I understand it's your mom and you want to help, but surely you can't expect me to give her all that money. We need it just as much as she does. Are you out of your mind?
Then what about if we sell this house? We can prepare something else. We've got enough saved. After all, my mom was the one who gave us this house when we got married. Don't you think it's the least we could do?
I think the situation's a bit different, Mia. Anyway, if the business has gone completely bankrupt and shut down, I don't think there's much she can do about it, even if we did give her money. So I don't think it's wise to invest our money into something like that. Because what if it fails again? What if we suddenly need the money ourselves? You're not thinking of the long term, Mia. Think about the position it puts us in.
When you put it like that, I get where you're coming from. I guess I'll just have to think of some other way to help her. I'll just sell the car they bought me instead. It's better than nothing, I guess.
Did you not just listen to a word I said? No. What happens when you need a car to get around in? How are you gonna get to work?
Are you really gonna say no even though you know my mom's going through it? So what do you want us to do? Just act positive and pretend like my mom's not going through a hard time? I guess that's what you're thinking of doing.
I never said that. Stop putting words in my mouth. Anyway, shouldn't you be stressing about our situation and your in-laws first? Don't you know the saying? You should be looking after and worrying about my parents, not yours.
Don't be so ridiculous. This isn't the 1930s anymore, Scott. Plus, my mom helped you out a lot when you were going through tough times with your business. And she was more than happy to help you out, since you're her son-in-law. But now the shoe is on the other foot. You don't want to help out? You know what? Never mind. I'll just sort something out myself.
Mia! What have you done with all that gold jewelry you had? I haven't seen it in a while.
That? I sold it. I needed the money at the time, so I took it all to a gold store and sold it.
What? Why would you do that? You never think properly before you do things. You should have let me or Scott know you were going to do that. You keep everything a secret from us. Ugh. This is why they say to make sure your son marries into a good family. Not one who does stuff secretly behind our backs.
Amanda, it's stuff I was left by my grandmother when she passed away. So I don't get why I have to check with you and Scott if I'm okay to sell it. She would have been more than happy for me to sell it if I needed the money. Scott didn't want to help me out in the situation, so I had no choice but to sell it, as I needed the money.
Huh? Why don't we have a say? You're a part of our family now. What's yours is ours. I was planning on wearing one of those necklaces to my next dinner party. I've been bragging about it to all my friends. I can't show up without it. It looks like I've been lying all this time. What am I gonna do? You ruin everything. Mia, go and take the money you received from the gold store back. I'm sure they'll give you the jewelry back. Why would you just go and sell all of that without letting us know first? We would have told you no. You should have gotten permission from my mom first, at least. You know how much she loved that jewelry. Plus, you said my mom could wear them whenever she wanted. So you're practically stealing from her.
Stealing? I'm a thief because I decided to sell my own stuff? Also, I never said she could wear them. So all this time, she's just been wearing my grandma's jewelry in secret? Of course she told you that I let her wear them. So you wouldn't question it. That's why she's acting as if I've gone and stolen her own personal things. Thanks for the information, Scott. I had no idea about that. Don't bring this up again. It was my jewelry and my things to sell. Nothing to do with you, and definitely nothing to do with your mom. I can feel my blood pressure rising from anger. You're just selfish. That's what you are. Scott, why would you bring a girl like her into our household?
could have married anyone, but you chose this?
I didn't know this situation would happen, Mom, did I?
I can't carry on with the daughter-in-law like this. It's ruining the family. You need to end things with her, Scott. ASAP.
I was thinking of breaking up with her anyway, Mom. I only married her because she came from a good family, so had wealth. But now that she doesn't have that, there's not really much going for her. It's not like she's pretty or got a good body or anything. So I don't really have much of a reason to be with her at this point.
What about trying to meet someone who's got a bit more going for themselves? A celebrity or something? Do you remember Joe? Well, I heard from his mom that his cousin's doing really well on YouTube at the moment. She's a pretty big influencer. If you want it, I could set you both up. What'd you think?
Oh, really? Sounds good to me. I'm up for going on a date or two, if that's possible.
Of course. I'll let Joe's mom know and see what I can do. I'll tell her about how good of a son you are. Really sell you to her. You're lucky, though. She already likes you. She's constantly telling me that you've lost out by meeting such a strange wife. I'm more than certain that if the date was to happen, she'll be 100 times better than Mia.
What do you think you were doing today? Is that a way to treat your mother-in-law?
I told you I didn't want to talk about this again. Do you think it's okay for your mom to touch other people's stuff without them knowing? You probably do, because you and her are so similar. I don't know why you're acting like you do so much for me. All this time we've been together, you've lived in the house my parents bought for us, and the car my parents got us. So I don't think you have the right to tell me what to do, and what is right or wrong.
I can't put up with this any longer. Do you know how much you've used money against me in this relationship? How little you've made me feel for not having much money? Most people would think if you met someone who came from money, then you'll live a good life. But that's not the case. I've just been second to your mom this whole time. Also, have you ever even tried working for once in your life? You act like you've done everything for me, and that you work so hard to provide everything for us. But it's all your parents' money, not money you've got from your own sweat and tears.
Don't act like the only reason you met me was because I come from money. You've gotten everything you wanted this whole time. So why are you acting like me having money is a problem now? You weren't complaining before when you saw the new car they bought us, were you? Using my parents' money wasn't a problem then. It's me who shouldn't be able to put up with this any longer. There's so many things I'd be able to do if you weren't around. If I wanted to get a job, I'd get one. And a good one at that. You and your mom were the ones that told me to stay at home and look after things in the house. Don't you think I'd rather be out working for my own money? I've never once thrown money in your face. You've happily let my parents do everything this whole time. I can't believe you come out with such a lie. If you want to see who's really flaunting the money, then just take a look at our closets. All of my clothes are ones I've worn for years. Nothing branded. Then if we take a look at your closet, it's full of expensive things, branded clothes, etc. And who bought you all those things? Me, wasn't it? How can you sit there and say I'm the one who is bragging about all of the money I have when you're the one walking around in $5,000 shoes? Be for real, Scott. I've never once flaunted money in your face. I've simply just given you and your mom stuff whenever you asked for it.
So what are you trying to say? That you don't like me anymore either? You can't live like this either, can you? Because neither can I. So I think we should just get a divorce. I'm glad we're on the same page. Plus, other than money, what have you got going for yourself? Are you pretty? Have you got a good figure? I only married you to make my mom proud, but you've actually just done the opposite. She keeps telling me I've ruined the family. So there's no reason for me to be with you. You've got nothing good enough going to warrant me sitting there and constantly taking insults from my mom.
Ah, so it's true then. You did only meet me for my money. I get that you're angry and all, but was there any need to just admit that to me straight away? I can't believe I wasted 7 years of my life with someone like you. If you're only with me for the money, then you're right. There's no point in carrying on this marriage any longer. Let's get a divorce. I didn't want to be associated with your family for much longer either.
They'll drive me insane.
Hi, I'm Scott. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Scott. I'm Jasmine. I've heard a lot about you. I've heard you're still married?
Technically, yes, but we're currently in the middle of getting a divorce. It just didn't work out. I don't think I'm well suited with a girl like that, who flaunts her money around so much. She never earned a dime in her life. It was all her family money. Yet she still made me feel like nothing because she had more than me. I prefer someone more hardworking.
She sounds like hard work. No wonder you decided to end things with her. Although she may have been angry that she was paying for most things. It's still no excuse to make someone feel small because you're richer than them. Both of you must have been bad for each other. In my opinion, both parties should give equal effort to the relationship.
You're right. I guess since you're an influencer, you're talking from experience. Can I just mention, I had no idea you'd be this pretty. I wasn't expecting much.
Well, thank you. You're not too bad yourself. Plus, you've done a good job lasting that long in such a terrible relationship. If it was me, it would have ended ages ago. I wouldn't have been able to fake it.
You're right. My heart was out of it ages ago. But I had to stay in it for the sake of my family.
What was the final straw then? You know, the one that triggered the divorce. Since you clearly were just planning on staying for the sake of your family.
She told me her parents' business had gone bankrupt, and she wanted to use the money I'd saved up to help them. But because I said no, she went crazy on me, started selling all our stuff. I was only thinking about our future. Who knows if we'd ever have needed that money I'd saved up. But she was so fixed on helping her parents, she didn't really care about me or anyone else. I think it was about then that I realized there was no point in me being in that relationship any longer. She was going to try and take my savings if I stayed.
Sounds awful. You put up with a lot. I don't think she had a right to try and take the money you worked hard to save, especially when she'd been living off pocket money from her parents her whole life. You're so strong putting up with that for 7 years, Scott.
Enough about that anyway. What do you think about a second date sometime? I think we're getting along pretty well, and I'm enjoying your company. If you feel uncomfortable, though, and want to say no, then please feel free to reject me.
Don't stress. I was actually going to ask you the same thing. I'm really liking where this is going. Even though I'm an influencer and also a divorced woman, I won't put you through what your ex did. Don't worry.
I'm not worrying. I've heard nothing but great things about you.
Great. Then what about we meet up again later to grab some dinner?
Sounds good to me. I'll do some research and book us a table in the best restaurant. Trust me.
Scott, it's almost midnight and you're still not home? I want to go to sleep. When are you gonna come back?
I'm not going to be home tonight, so just sleep before me.
Huh? Why? Where are you staying? Where even are you?
I met my friends to have a drink or two. You're ruining the vibe, so stop calling me.
What? You never mentioned to me this morning you were going out to drink with your friends. Are you being like this and going off the rails because I asked you to help out my mom? We still live together. Don't you think you're being selfish doing this?
Stop complaining for once in your life, Mia. Should I tell you the truth, if you aren't going to accept it? I'm actually on a date with someone who's doing way better for themselves and has a lot more going than you. That's why I won't be home tonight.
Wait, what do you mean a date? Are you trying to tell me you're with a girl?
Has it only now just clicked? I knew you weren't the sharpest tool in the box, but I didn't realize you were this clueless. Anyway, yeah, she's better than you in every way, and she has the financial resources. And at least her family isn't bankrupt. That's why I told you I wanted a divorce. We already agreed on one. How much happier will you be too not to have to put up with me any longer?
Even if we do despise each other, we still, as a married couple, have a duty of care for one another. I thought you'd at least wait until the divorce was settled first. I didn't think you'd go and cheat on me. Okay, let's get a divorce. Hope you live a happy life with your new girl. Mom, this is where you're going to be living. Sorry it's not much, but this is the best I could do.
It's okay, Mia. This will be fine. It's perfect. Are you still thinking about divorcing Scott? What happened? Did he do something bad?
Well, let's just say he hurt me quite a bit. I don't know exactly what I've done wrong. I treated him well during our whole relationship. Plus, he got a lot of help from all of us during the 7 years. He asked us for the help, and now he's blaming us for helping him, saying I was throwing it in his face.
Oh, just ignore him, Mia. Just see it as him not being a part of your life anymore. Let's just focus on living our life.
You're right, Mom. I'm best living without someone like that in my life. We both agreed to try and get the divorce settled as quick as possible. But I had never imagined there would be another girl in the picture already. I always wondered while we were married if there was ever any other girls involved. But I didn't think he'd ever stoop this low.
What? Are you saying he cheated on you? After everything we did for him?
It's okay, Mom. Don't worry. I'm planning on getting a good settlement. So just sit back and be patient with it for now. It'll be worth it in the end. If any problems with them were to occur now, it would damage the amount we're able to receive when we claim. So I'm trying to just let everything play out.
Sorry, Mia. If I knew this was going to happen, I would have been against you ever getting married to such a guy. He just seemed so nice, you know?
Mom, it's not your fault. I'm still learning, and this is just a hurdle in my life. None of us would have ever known about this. And because you've raised me to be such a strong, independent woman, I'm dealing with it better than I ever thought I would have.
I'm glad to hear that. But still, I'm worried about you.
Mom, seriously. There's no need to worry about me. It's all fine. Right, let's get organizing some of your stuff. I want to sit down. My legs are killing me.
Mia, I'm sorry about all of this. It's my fault you're going through such a hard time.
Mom, it's okay, honestly. I'm just embarrassed I ever called that man my husband. Embarrassed that I ever trusted him. The divorce was settled well. So Mom, please stop worrying about me. It's all over and done with now. He's the one who first suggested getting a divorce anyway. Plus, you've supported me those whole 7 years and even now. So don't feel like you're giving me a hard time. You're all I've depended on for the past year. How are you finding this house anyway, Mom? Don't you think it'd be better if we start looking for somewhere else? Nothing special, just a bit bigger than this. And how about we open a small business with the leftover money?
A business? Businesses aren't doing too well around here these days. What happens if it goes bankrupt again? Don't worry about it. I can just go out and find work somewhere. We don't need to own our own business. I think I'd feel better just working for a stable company now, and not having to stress about ours failing.
Mom, you know my dream was to always be a chef. But I gave it all up when I married Scott, and they wanted me to just stay doing things around the house. Well, I was thinking, what if I use my skills I learned to help you? We can run the business together. Of course, we can't expect to do amazingly at first, and it may cause you a lot of stress in the beginning. But please, can you just trust me on this one? I promise I will make sure it doesn't fail. Let's just use the remaining divorce settlement money to invest in it, and see how it goes from there. I don't expect you to invest anything, Mom. Just trust me.
Okay. I guess if there's something you've always been wanting to do, then you should try it at least. I shouldn't stop you. You were always so bright and positive before you got married. It's like he sucked all the light out of you. Your father always told me to just trust you, and that you knew what you were doing, so... Okay, let's try it, just this time. Even though it's going to be stressful, I'll try my best to. So let's just deal with the stress together, okay?
Of course, Mom. We'll be there for each other. Don't worry. I promise we'll do well. And we will both be living like we used to before you know it. I won't stop until we succeed.
After giving up on us halfway through semester and just quitting, I'm surprised you finally decided to give this another go, Mia.
Yes. Sorry, Chef. It's just I decided to try and give it another go. I want to succeed this time.
Well, it's not like I can just turn you down and not let you participate, can I? Not with the talent for cooking you have. But you do realize you're going to be way behind all of your peers? You're going to have to work extra hard to make back those 7 years you missed.
That's okay. I promise this time I'll work hard and I won't quit. I know I can't get revenge on someone through learning to cook, but I want to succeed and be able to make mine and my mom's life comfortable again. You told me before that if I changed my mind and decided to come back, you'd accept me as a student again. So I've just come here to ask if that offer is still going. I promise I'll work hard.
Okay. I knew someone with as much talent as you would end up coming back. Why wouldn't I be able to help you? I'm sure the basics are still ingrained in your body, from when you learned them before. You're going to be working alongside your co-workers. They're all younger than you age-wise, but technically they are your seniors, as you have a lot to learn from them. You'll be entering again as a beginner, so you need to make sure you put in just as much effort as you're promising.
Really? Amazing. Thank you so much, Chef.
Hey, you two. Come here and introduce yourselves. You're going to be showing the newbies the ropes.
Has he just won the lottery or something? I've never seen him be so happy about a new person starting. Usually it just causes him stress. Have you not heard the story? You know, the one Chef always tells when he's had a few drinks? About the one student that had so much potential, but ended up quitting? It's her!
Wait, really? Listen up. Newbie, we're gonna show you the basics of setting the table, stirring ingredients properly, and checking over your knife skills.
Okay, I'm listening.
Mia, well done for today. You did a really good job. You can get going now.
Yes, as Chef said, you did really well. Your hands move at a great pace, which helps with how quick we're getting the food to the customers. Well done. Thank you both. It means a lot. We all worked hard. I'll get going then. See you both tomorrow.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you while you're leaving.
Yes? Can I help you?
Nothing. It's just I came here to eat dinner with my friends, and it's just you caught my eye. So I just wanted to ask if you had a boyfriend or not. If not, then I was wondering if you wanted to hang out sometime.
Thanks for the compliment, but I actually am not really thinking about dating at the moment.
Oh, no worries. That's okay. What about if you were to just give me your number and we could contact now and then as friends? And then maybe when you are ready, you could let me know. It's just you're not only pretty, but you seem to have a real passion about cooking, which was very attractive to me.
Oh, don't you care if you have a girlfriend who has a job and makes money for herself?
Huh? Of course not. Who even thinks in that way anymore? It's 2024. I think both men and women can work if they want to, especially if they have a passion they want to fulfill. Also, I find women that go to work and are independent very attractive. It makes you stand out.
Oh, really? Here, I'll give you my phone number. Send me a message sometime. What are we gonna do next? So, now we're gonna start learning to cook some of our most popular dishes here at the restaurant. We're gonna do it in order. So, here, I'll hand you the recipe. There's a lot of ways to make cream pasta. As you know, there's a lot of good sauces that are available to buy wholesale. But here, we make our own. So our cream pasta is known to be more deep in flavor and unique. Also, Mia, we have a few different techniques we use that are essential to make sure it has the signature taste. So it's good if you get familiar with them.
Right, so first, if you can see what I'm doing, you're gonna put the milk in the pot and turn on the heat just a little for it to start boiling. And then once that's all done, you need to make sure you are able to plate it nicely, so the dish as a whole looks appetizing. Cream pasta can be a tricky one to make look pretty, but it's necessary. It looks pretty easy, but you need to be really calculated with the amount of time you're boiling the spaghetti, or it can ruin the whole dish. But once you've mastered it, it'll be like second nature. You could do it with your eyes closed.
Thank you. I've taken notes.
Mia, come here a second.
Coming! What's the problem? Has something happened?
You know the gnocchi you made before? The one for your final college assessment. Could you whip me up some more, please?
Wow, it's been a while, but yes, of course. Chef, I thought we already had gnocchi on our menu, so we've got our own recipe.
She's amazing at making gnocchi, so I want to learn how to make them that good. We can adapt our recipe accordingly. It's always good to learn from the people that know best, don't you think? We work in an industry that is constantly needing to upgrade and update things. We need to be conducting research and finding the best ways of doing things. If we don't do that, then we're not even trying to be the best we can be.
Chef, they're all done if you want to try them.
Let me try. Mia, you don't need to turn up tomorrow.
What? Why? What have I done wrong?
There's nothing more you need to learn. Even though 7 years have passed, nothing has changed and you're still as skilled as I remember you to be. If I'm honest with you, I thought the 7 years had gone by, you would have forgotten a lot of things. That's why I put you here with us in this tiny restaurant to learn the basics. But truthfully, you're more hotel level. You're way too good for this restaurant. I didn't want to recognize it, but seeing the effort you put in every night here, I just had to come to terms with the fact that you're too good for this place, and way above everyone else skill-wise. I don't know if you've been secretly practicing while working here, but the quality and flavors in your food hasn't changed one bit. You still got it. I guess I shouldn't have expected any less. As you did say, you are going to work exceptionally hard to prove yourself.
Chef, thank you. That means a lot to me. Everything I ever learned has always stuck with me, as a good memory of the time I spent studying. I've never forgotten anything. My dream is to run my own restaurant and become a well-known chef for myself. It's always been my dream. I'll take all the skills and techniques that I acquired from my time here and use them to help me become the best chef I can be. I promise I'll make you proud and continue to come out with delicious recipes.
Oh, really? That sounds like a plan. When you finally decide to open that restaurant, let me know. I'll be one of the first guests. Of course, I'm not just coming for the delicious food, but to also congratulate you.
That would be amazing. Thank you for teaching me everything I know thus far, David. I mean, Chef.
Mia, is that you? Are you home?
Mom, I told you that you need to stop making me food. You don't need to go to all this effort.
You've had a long day in work. How could I just sit around and do nothing while you've been busy working hard?
Mom, Chef David told me that he no longer needs me at the restaurant anymore. So from tomorrow, I won't be going anymore. I'm gonna take a rest now and start piecing together things ready for when we open our restaurant.
What? Has something happened? Why are you quitting? You worked so hard. You came home with cuts on your hands every day. Surely they didn't fire you.
No, it's not anything like that, Mom. It's just... the chef thinks I'm too good for the restaurant now. I got his approval. He agrees that it's time for me to move on and do my own thing. So I think I'm finally ready to open my own restaurant now.
You nearly gave me a heart attack. I thought it was going to be bad news. That's amazing, Mia. So are you ready to be a boss?
Yes. But I need your help, Mom. After all, you know what you're doing more than I do. Of course, as your mom, I should help you out. Oh, and also, would this be of any help?
Wait, what? How did you manage to get all of this? There's even more underneath.
I also had a successful business, remember? I invested some of the money we made, and this is what I got out of it.
Mom, I think even half of this would be more than enough to open the business.
Less talking. Shall we get going? We've got some buildings to start looking at. I think we need to look at places that get a lot of footfall, where we know people will go to find somewhere to eat.
Yeah, you're right, Mom. Let's go and see what we can find.
Yes, well, someone has just moved out of this place as their contract was up. So you've gotten lucky with timing. We haven't had a place as good as this go live in quite a while. All you need is to sign this and that's the contract done.
Thank you so much. I'm glad it's all sorted. I really love this place so much. It has a lot of potential.
Is this it? Your new workplace? It's amazing, Mia. You've done a good job choosing.
If there's some wear and tear on the building, then don't stress too much. It's nothing a little remodeling can't fix.
It's okay. I think it gives character to the building. Places with character tend to be more popular these days. They make great photo spots, too. I can't believe I can finally call this place mine, and that I'm finally opening my own restaurant.
Me neither. But we need to make sure we work hard so it lives up to your expectations. So I was thinking, we should start off by coming up with some rough menu of what we want to sell. That way, then we can know what kind of interior we're gonna go for.
You're right, Mom. I'll make sure we're happy in all the decisions we've made.
Thank you. Come again soon.
Mom, are you working again? I told you to take a rest today.
Why are you here?
I get bored in the house. There's nothing to do. I'd rather be here. At least this way I'm being of help. Plus, I wanted to see you.
We've both worked really hard to make this a success. But I didn't realize we'd do this well. I would have never thought it. I didn't know people would go crazy over our restaurant theme. You are a genius. How did you know people from the city would love such a thing?
It's not all just down to that. Of course, it's because the food's also amazing and the vibes are good. Not to mention our service.
Yeah, you're right. We're a good team. We just need to make sure that we keep up how we're doing, so that we can still get this kind of footfall in months, even years to come.
Hello. Oh, hi, Deborah. I wasn't expecting you to be here.
Mike, I'm expecting you're here to see Mia.
And you, of course, Mom. Mike, what's up? Why are you here? You didn't say you were stopping by.
Oh, it's just I was on the street, so thought I'd come in and say hi. I'm just on my way to a meeting, so I can't stay too long. What's the waiting time like here at lunchtimes anyway? Is it busy?
Yeah, it's pretty long. We actually get a lot of people who go out of their way to come here as they've heard great things about us. But because the waiting time is too long, they end up changing their minds.
What do you think about turning it into a franchise or something? As long as you train all of the staff you've got well, as good as you are, then surely the other places will be just as good. Once the franchises start doing well, I'm sure the pressure will be taken off your store.
I think for now I'm happy just running this store, as I'm still learning myself how to make this the best restaurant it can be. I was thinking of putting some sort of booking system in. That way it will help people who want to visit reserve a table.
I guess that will also work well. It's up to you, Mia.
Yep. I'm just worried that if franchises were to open and not be as good as the original, then it ruins the brand name and image. The one I worked so hard to build. It is my restaurant and I can't let that happen. Anyway, are you allowed to just walk around talking like this? You're pretty important. Haven't you got places to be?
I was just passing by, so it's fine. It's not like I've gone out of my way in the middle of the day to come here. Plus, after the meeting, all I've got left to do is to organize a few documents and then I'm pretty much done for the day. Saying that, do you fancy going on a date tonight? I get off work in like 3 hours or so.
That's around our peak hours, so I'll be too busy then.
Then what about if I come here and help you out? We can spend some time with each other later anyway, once the restaurant is closed. How about we all go for a drive down by the beach? Me, you, and your mum. It's only around 40 minutes, give or take, from here.
That sounds amazing. We'll both enjoy that.
Okay, then I best let you get back to it. Deborah, I'll see you a little later. Hope the rest of work goes okay. Bye, Mike. Mia, you found a keeper there. How is he so nice?
Right, Mom? He's almost too nice. He's too good to me. I haven't done anything to deserve it.
Welcome. Why? What's wrong? Are you sure here's meant to be the top restaurant? Surely they wouldn't have those two as workers if that was the case.
Amanda, here's meant to be really good. It's so famous on social media at the moment. I tried so hard to get us the table.
Are you not going to show us to our seats? Or is that not your job? Scott, don't speak to your ex-mother-in-law like that. She's clearly just trying to make a living after she had no place to go. You must love working here. Since you spend your life bragging about your wealth, now you're surrounded by it. Bragging? Do you know how much money I've spent helping your son? How dare you say I was ever bragging about money? Mom! One of the workers was trying to call you, but why weren't you… what on earth? You're working here too. I guess you were gonna have to find a job at some point, but I wasn't sure what you'd be able to do. I'm sure cleaning up or cutting the vegetables isn't too much of a skillful job. Is there no owner here? Why are they only sending out the workers?
You're not welcome in this restaurant. Did you forget you were meeting a girl behind my back before we even got a divorce? Also, I thought I'd let you know if you didn't already. This man only loves people who have money. So if something ever happens to you, where you're unable to provide for him, I'm more than certain he'll just throw you away like you did to me. Huh? What? That would never happen. He's too good to me. If you have bad feelings towards him, I get it. But that won't ever happen to me.
I guess me pre-warning you isn't worth my time. You're almost as delusional as him. As long as you're both happy, right? Also, as I said earlier, I'm not serving you any food, so if you could all leave and give me my table back.
What? Who's the manager here? How can you let his workers talk to customers like that?
Who do you think? You're looking at her.
You're the owner of this place?
Yep, I'm the owner. So, do you really think I'd let you come here, serve you, and let you eat my food? No chance. You will also all be banned from ever coming here again, so don't bother trying to come at a different time. I don't want to make food for people like you. I'm going to report you for discriminating against customers.
I'm hungry and we've come all the way here. So can you please just hurry up and bring us out the menus?
I've got CCTV footage filming here constantly. I've asked you to leave nicely. If you won't, I'll share the CCTV footage. I'm not worried about my business failing. I'm already too successful, and we're doing so well. Do you remember, Scott, when you told me that I was a failure and couldn't do anything? Turns out I can, and I'm doing even better than you ever have. So go ahead, try and destroy my business.
This isn't worth the hassle. Scott, Amanda, let's just go somewhere else. My mood is ruined, so I don't want to waste my money here.
Finally, they've come to their senses and left. Mia, aren't you worried about them knowing you own this business? It's okay. If anything comes from that situation, just report it as them being rude. I don't know why they thought they could talk to you like that just because they thought you were a regular worker.
Mike, did you hear everything?
I wasn't particularly listening. I just heard someone yelling, so I decided to see what all the commotion was about. Was the man your ex-husband?
Yeah. You're not disappointed in me, are you?
Why would I be disappointed in you? But the mood in here's gone a little sour now because of them. What shall we do? Are you not going to talk to me? You're making me upset.
Are you sure you're not disappointed? It's my business, I know, and I can do whatever I want. And truthfully, in that situation, I could have just ignored it and treated them as usual customers.
Mia, you did nothing wrong in that situation. You didn't feel comfortable in them being there and you asked them to leave. You're just protecting your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like you attacked or insulted them. You just asked them to leave. You're a person too. If you don't like the people who are in your restaurant, you don't have an obligation to serve them. It's also a plus that you're the owner, so it's completely your choice.
Still, I didn't want to show that side of me in my restaurant. I wanted it to be a place where I was bright and positive only. I didn't want a situation like that to happen. Plus, that's the reason you first approached me that day in my old workplace.
Yes, but I know the angry outburst isn't actually you. You know the saying, hard on the outside, soft on the inside? Well, that's you. No matter how tough you make yourself seem on the outside, I know inside you're actually very sensitive. But because of that, it means that in situations like that, you are able to contain yourself and not react. And to me, you're amazing for that.
Really? I'm glad you think that, Mike. I was worried it would have made you think different of me. So far, I've been doing what I want finally. Living my dream, and I'm so happy. I don't need him showing up in my life again. Nor do I need to worry about him.
Mike, you really are such a good person. Mia's been caught up in quite a lot of things over the years due to him, so she's gotten a bit sensitive, especially around him. And just as she was forgetting about it all, he suddenly turns up out of the blue in her restaurant. Anyway, thanks for being so understanding. It's exactly the kind of person she needs.
Of course, that's the least I can do for her as she's the one I love. Mia, if he turns up again and starts giving you a hard time, then let me know. Next time we can deal with him together. When he sees who your new boyfriend is, he won't bother you again.
You're right, because you're better than him in every way. Not to mention 100 times more mature and admirable.
And that's all that matters, right? That you're doing better than him. Right, now who's ready to go to see the ocean? Let's go and get rid of all the stress from today. This couldn't have come at a better timing.
Jasmine, what are you up to? It's late. Don't you think you should start getting ready for bed and to get some sleep?
Me? I'm just editing a video. I need to get it uploaded tonight. Why? Is something wrong, Amanda?
Nothing wrong as such. There's just something that I've really got my eye on. Do you think you could get it for me? And I'll give you the money for it next week.
Yeah, of course. We'll sort it tomorrow.
Thank you. That's why you're the best. What video are you editing anyway? What's this?
You know, the situation the other day in that restaurant? When Scott got really angry? Well, social media is pretty developed these days. So I'm planning on making a video and uploading it, letting people know of the situation. Including all the stuff you said about how Scott had a hard time during the marriage, too.
You know what? I've been feeling really suffocated since that incident, as they got away with it so lightly. What did we do to deserve such a good person in our lives who wants to protect us? It's good to see. I just want to know how well they're doing as a restaurant, enough to not care if we went and spread around what happened. Surely they aren't doing that well. Make sure you tell the story well. Bring them down.
Yes, of course. That's the plan.
Mom, how come you're in Jasmine's room? What's going on?
There was just something I needed to ask her, so I came in a second. Jasmine's pretty good at the editing thing. I'd be surprised if she doesn't get people's attention with that video.
The quality on this is amazing. People are bound to watch.
Right? It's just finished uploading. So now we've just got to sit and wait for what people have to say about it. Amanda, let's sort the thing you wanted out tomorrow. I'm too tired to do it now.
Of course, that's fine. Sleep well, the both of you. I'm excited to hear about the reaction to your video.
Honey, have you seen the video? It's gone viral. It's being spread all around my company.
Huh? What video? Wait, let me click the link. Wait, what's this? Rude service scandal. Customers get forced out? What is all of this? Of course we know who is behind this.
By the looks of things, she's a pretty famous influencer. Or was. So she has quite a big following. So whatever she says, people are gonna believe her. Do you think it would be a good idea to just upload the CCTV footage to go along with it?
I don't know what people's reactions will be to it. I don't know if it will help the situation or if they'll even understand. The situation was completely different. I don't like him as he's my ex-husband, and they turned up at my restaurant and started insulting me. But because they've made me out to look like a stuck-up manager with no customer service skills, I can't see many people being on my side. Wait, I may have a way around this. What if we get them admitting that they've caused a scandal on purpose and are uploading it on purpose? Wait, I'll try and contact Scott myself now. I've seen the video. Very funny. Very well made. But let's be real. You both were the ones who started the problem, not us. Do you feel better now after uploading a false narrative, trying to ruin my company?
A false narrative? What's false about it? You told us as customers to leave and were rude to us. There's nothing fake about that.
Yes, but that's not a normal situation, is it? You're not random people. You're my ex-husband who cheated on me. Should I do the same? And go to your company and start spreading fake rumors about you? Telling everyone how you were meeting another woman while we were still married. How you tried draining me and my family of our money. How you were only with me for money. You're at fault, yet you expect me to treat you as normal customers? The whole narrative you're portraying in the video is fake.
What about me? I don't care what sort of feeling you both have towards each other. But I don't know you, and I came to your restaurant as simply just a customer. So why does that explain your behavior towards me? It's not like I didn't warn you at the time. I told you I'm a popular influencer, and I could ruin your restaurant if I wanted to. All of my followers are of course going to be on my side. But if you were to apologize to us, maybe then I can tell everyone it was just a misunderstanding.
Don't you think it's wrong to spread such a false video around the internet? But if she apologizes, you will think about letting people know the truth. I thought you both just said the video wasn't lies. Just because people are liking the video doesn't mean they agree with you. What if we were to upload the CCTV? Then who would look like the stupid one?
What do you know about people or what they're thinking? Also, I don't think uploading the CCTV would make much of a difference. It's just proving my point further. I'm pretty sure all it will show is you refusing to serve us and telling us to leave. No. Go on. Upload it.
Thanks for your approval. I'll upload the whole CCTV footage. People will soon know the truth.
Jasmine! What is going on?
What? What have I done wrong? I've only just woken up. Why are you yelling at me?
Your video. The one you uploaded. All I'm seeing in the comments is people cursing me. Everyone in the office has seen the video and are starting to talk about me behind my back and look at me strange. What are we going to do? It's backfiring on us.
What? What do you mean, cursing you?
They've made a video in retaliation to the one you made. They've uploaded the CCTV and explained everything. Do you not see your subscriber count dropping by the thousands? I thought you were meant to be helping me in the situation. What have you done? You've created a mess.
Was it all down to me? You and your mom both said you thought the video was well made and that you liked it. I wasn't even going to make it in the first place, but you were so persistent and kept telling me to make it, so I did.
So are you saying this is my fault? What about the ads on the video? Are they still up? What are we gonna do? We need to find a way to clean up the situation, otherwise you're gonna lose all your collabs and sponsors. No one is gonna want to work with you ever again. We can't afford to lose that.
Is that all you care about right now? Is the fact I'm going to lose money? Scott, my whole image is going to be ruined. You should be thinking about that more than anything. Why are you worrying more about the money?
I don't know. I'm just stressing, okay? So make sure you think of a way to sort this mess before I come home from work. Got it? I'm going to have to go around and tell everyone in the office now that this is a huge misunderstanding and try get them to believe me.
I can't believe this. How has this backfired so badly? How annoying.
What have you done?
What? I made my own video and sent it to the popular news channels on YouTube. You're the ones who told me to do it. Release the video. I guess it's going extra viral because of the screenshots I also included.
Are you even human? If we got a divorce, then we're supposed to be acting like strangers. You've done this on purpose, haven't you? Because you want to ruin my life completely. Why are you trying to act like it's my fault we got a divorce? You're the one who kept asking me for money.
I guess you and her didn't think about that when you both decided to break up our family. She should have taken this into consideration if she knew what she was getting into. Knowing it could ruin her career if she's known as a homewrecker.
Can I just ask you one thing? I thought it was almost certain that your business would fail if we were to release that video. So how did you survive it?
Well, after you told me that I was a failure and good at nothing, I decided to make something of myself. So I took the one thing I've always been good at and mastered it. I've always been skilled in cooking, if you didn't know.
Do you think there's any chance of us ever rekindling what we had? I promise I'll do better. I'm not the same as before. I've changed. I can promise you that. Please, Mia.
Is he out of his mind? Why do you think I'd ever want to meet you again? After the stuff you've put me through? I don't get how your thought process works. I'm happier than I've ever been. Why would I ruin that? And what are you planning on doing about that Jasmine? You're remarried with her.
Oh, that? I can just get divorced, can't I? It's not a hard problem to solve. Plus, you know what I do for work. I earn almost as much as those who sell those expensive foreign cars. I bet it's way more than your current boyfriend. I promise I'll let you do whatever you want, and I'll let my mom know not to bother you, too.
Please stop. You surely don't think I'd let myself go back to living like that. It was hell. I have no thoughts about meeting you ever again, so please leave me alone. I hope you know that this conversation is also getting sent straight to your wife. Anyway, have a nice day.
Scott, what's all this? You want to divorce me? What is your ex-wife trying to get at in these messages?
What are you on about? How do you have this?
See, it's you in the picture. That's your profile. Are you trying to get rid of me because I've been canceled? I've been so good to you this whole time. How could you treat me like this? You've enjoyed all the benefits of being the husband of a YouTuber up until now. How could you do this? Now you just want to throw away everything we've got?
Ugh, here comes the complaining. Then maybe you should have made more of an effort not to get canceled. You've ruined your name and I'm not getting brought down with you. Do you not realize how bad people think of you after that video? You've embarrassed me in my workplace. All I ever did was talk highly of you. Now everyone is just laughing at us behind our backs. If I knew she had that much potential and talent, then I'd never have divorced her.
Are you serious? Are you actually blaming this situation on me? You've only ever sung my praises and now you've done a complete 180 and don't want anything to do with me? Okay, I agree with you actually. Let's get a divorce. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who treats me like this anyway. I deserve better than this. I guess this is the same reason why Mia ended up leaving you too.
What? Don't bring my past relationships into this. This is a you and me problem.
You hit me! What the hell? What are you doing? I'm going to report this to the police. You just assaulted me. I'm going to tell everyone you're a domestic abuser.
You're the reason you've been canceled and are a failure. Why are you trying to blame this on me? Of course I'd get angry. Plus, when you first met me, you knew I was still married, didn't you? But you still went along with it and agreed to keep meeting me. So you're just as much to blame. Don't act like you're so innocent.
I thought you seemed like a decent person and had a lot going for yourself. So I wanted to stick around. I wouldn't have bothered had I known the only thing you have going for yourself is your appearance. I'm gonna pack my things and leave today. Don't try and contact me anymore. And as for the divorce papers, send them to my management's office.
You really are out of your mind. What are you doing at this time of night?
Oh, you're not alone?
No, I've got my boyfriend over. Why? What's it got to do with you? If you have something you need to say, then be quick. It's late.
I'm divorcing Jasmine. I've realized how bad I was to you those 7 years, and I'm really sorry. So I'm just coming here to say, please, can we try and start again? I won't ignore how you're feeling. I promise to do my best in understanding you. And I'll make sure my mom understands that too and does the same. I promise, Mia. Please, I made a big mistake.
And why do you deserve a second chance? Thinking of how you behaved back then and seeing you now, I can't help but laugh. Also, do you really think you have something better going for you than Mike does? If you think so, then let me know. I'm curious.
Well, I don't know exactly. But I know I can treat you better than he does.
I guess I'll have to let you know myself then. Firstly, he's better looking than you, and got a better body.
Were you always this pretentious? I didn't think you were bothered about looks. How could you compare us both on the way we look? That's unfair.
Wait, wasn't it you that said one of the reasons you wanted to get a divorce from me was because other than my money, I had nothing going for myself? And that your new girl had a better body and face than me? I'm only doing the same thing. Because it's aimed at you this time, you don't like it, do you? I forgot to mention the biggest difference. The way he handles himself and how understanding he is. He's completely different to you. I won't ever forget some of the things you said to me during our marriage. There are things I'll never forgive. Mike, however, is understanding, not to mention how well he treats my mom. She really likes him. He's always worried about hurting me. Yet don't you remember what you were like? You and your mom both treated me like a dog who was always stuck in the house. Then you come out and say that I threw my family's money in your face, even though you were happy to spend it all. It's funny you said I threw it in your face when I don't own even one luxury item. But the way you made me out to be was as if I was covered in it.
How could I have seen it any other way? You were happy buying me things and had all the money in the world to help me out. Then suddenly you came to me and said you had nothing left. It didn't make sense to me.
So that means you can blame your wife and accuse her of lying about it? If that situation were to happen now, Mike would never behave like that. Because he trusts me. He believes in me.
That doesn't matter. I bet I still earn more money than he does. You're being silly passing this opportunity down. Oh, hi. Sorry, let me introduce myself. I'm the CEO of one of the biggest real estate companies in New York. As you were saying, what was your salary? I'm assuming you get incentives in your job too, so don't try and include them, as they aren't fixed. As expected. I knew you were crazy about money, Mia. How did you ever find someone like this? Okay, you're right. I can't compare with someone like this.
I've heard a lot about you. And I'm sure Mia has told you this before, but don't cross the line. Well, as you probably know, Mia will do her best as long as you let her be in charge. Yes, I know. That's why I'm also doing my best for her, too. But in your case, what did you exactly do for Mia? When Mia was going through a hard time, did you even offer to be a helping hand for her? Or someone for her to depend on?
Honey, do you get what I mean now? He's always been this kind of person. But Scott, there is actually one thing I'm really grateful to you for. For ever suggesting to divorce me. It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. Thanks to you, I was able to meet someone as amazing as Mike. Also, before you try to make me out as some gold digger, I'm actually earning more than you and Mike do. So there's no reason for me to ever want to meet you again. Why would I want to meet someone who isn't doing better than me? When I'm way above your level. Why didn't you just stick with Jasmine and try be a good husband to her?
Okay. I guess there's nothing I can do about this. I guess I'll just...
How on earth did you end up getting my number?
Huh? That's strange. I didn't call your number. Social media has developed too much these days. I was just trying to contact you via there. Anyway, what I was going to say was, you need to keep an eye on your husband. He's turned up at my house, begging me to give him another chance. How did you let him get away with this? You need to keep him under close watch, or who knows what he'll do.
What? Scott came to your house?
Yes, and the reason I'm contacting you is to let you know that he's already done with you and looking for a way out. I did warn you not to get involved with a person like him. Nothing good comes out of it. I wasn't going to let you know, since you are the one who was having an affair with him while he was still my husband. But then I thought maybe if I told you, you'd get your hands on him and he'd leave me alone. So telling you would be for the best. Anyway, whether you deal with it or not and what you do with the information I just told you is up to you.
What did he say to you exactly? That piece of trash. I know he mentioned a divorce, but I thought he was just angry. How can he make me look like such a fool?
He asked me if I had any thoughts on rekindling our relationship, and that he was going to be divorcing you.
Okay, well, thank you for letting me know that. And sorry about everything that happened previously. I misjudged the situation, and who my husband is as a person. He told me so many negative things about you. How you were selfish, you'd throw money in his face, you'd look down on him. I was only trying to look out for him. That's why I did what I did. But seeing now how this whole situation has panned out, it's clearly him who's the problem. Don't worry. I'll deal with him and find out a way to end this relationship.
I bet you were wondering what happened after that conversation I had with Jasmine. Well, of course, they both broke up and are currently in the middle of filing for a divorce. However, I did hear that due to their divorce reasonings, the legal battle has dragged on longer than it should have. In the end, Jasmine also decided to upload a video explaining to her followers that she was lied to and everything was a misunderstanding. And as much as I didn't like her, I have to at least be grateful to her for causing me and Scott to get a divorce. Thanks to them, I'm able to now say I'm married to the love of my life and the most kind-hearted person I've ever met. And I finally got the happy marriage I always dreamed of. Although there's still things I need to work on as a person, we're working through them together. But the plan is to continue living as happy as we are now, for the rest of our lives. I hope everyone watching knows that unhappiness is temporary, and you never know what chances will come to you. If you're feeling down and demotivated, then I hope good things come to you and you also get the opportunity to spread your wings and find something that makes you happy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, click the notification bell, and subscribe to see more content.